Welcome back. So what I'm going to work on this video is putting my mini nukes together. So got to get them all ready here. I'm going to try and raise some queens here this year. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do in order to put them together. So you saw the mini nukes, they came in the packages, and all I've done is I've just gone and painted them now. I wanted to show that I didn't paint any of the inside. So anything that the bees are actually going to be able to touch and get inside, I didn't paint. Now all of these are all watercolors, so it doesn't hurt the bees or anything like that as well. So let's put them together. So this is how they come. Well, the door goes in the front. We'll put the lid on afterwards, and then they come with this package of goodies and parts here. So what do we got? We got enough for 3 frames inside. So the little vent just goes in the front. It goes right down in there. There's a queen excluder that goes in the back of the feeding tray so that the queen can't get in there. It just sets right down inside there as well. A little tab up. And then it slides right in. And then these, there's a little space for the foundation. I'll explain how I cut that foundation in a minute. And then there's a rib to hold the foundation on the top too. They literally just press together. Make sure they go together all the way. One on each side. And then they'll just fit right in there. So we can put all 3 of them together. And it's literally just that simple. And then this last little piece is actually, it's for the front. So if you were to lift it up here, it gives you the option of making the front vented or not, so that they can kind of get in or out. I had to look it up to see how that works. Our lid goes on the top, and then they come with these pieces here for the bottom, which allow the vent. So they just slide right in the bottom, and you can push it in all the way, close it up, or you can pull it out, which allows it to be vented there. And you can easily see, almost like a little bit of a landing board for the front. So I have all those done. What you might notice here is I have a crock pot. So I just have some of my wax, the old wax and stuff like that from out of the hives in there. And I've got it melted. Maybe I'll bring the camera over here so you can kind of see. So that's just old wax that from over the summer I have collected or scraped off, or some of the old frames. I'd clean the wax and stuff out of it. Now this has been cleaned probably 4 or 5 times. A little bit of water and everything like that down in the bottom. But I use it for waxing my plastic foundation and stuff before I put it in there. So most of this comes pre-waxed. I'm going to wax it again, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. And what I've done is I've cut these 3, I think it was 3 1/4. No, 3 3/4 square. And the reason I cut them 3 3/4 square is they will fit right in these grooves. And then, of course, will fit in the hive. But before I do that, I'm going to wax them all. So you'll notice I have some regular wax here too, and I'll explain what I'm going to do there. So this is pretty easy to do. So I got a piece of wax paper here. It's going to take a lot of the wax off of this roller because you don't need all that wax on there. And it is as simple as just roll it over. Turn it over and roll it on that side as well. Just like that, we're done. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I don't want it to come out. So I'm going to dip the top in here a couple times. And then I'm going to slide it into place. And let it stand that way just for a little bit. And then if you can see, I'll bring it up to the camera. If you can see the wax down inside, it's actually will seal it in place. And that works the same on both sides. Now the other thing that this does is that the bees will more readily accept the plastic foundation. So I'm going to make 2 of these for each one of these hives. So there's one. Oops. And it doesn't take a whole bunch. Two. We'll grab another frame. And drop it right down in. Set it up right there for a minute. Now, what I'm going to do with the third one, guess I should have held it a little bit longer. Not the end of the world, we have more wax. I'll just hold it for a minute here now. The third one, I'm going to make it a little bit shorter up near the front of the entrance. And what I'm going to put in there is I'm actually going to put a piece of wax foundation. I don't know if one's better than the other. I've looked at all sorts of things on the internet. Once again, I'm just trying this out, so we will see how it goes. And to put that in there, it's being it's a starter strip, just not going to go all the way down. I'm just going to put a little bit of wax on here. And then I'm going to put the starter strip in. Just like that. Oop. Let's try it this way. The starter strip is just a little thinner than what I have here. There we go. I'm just going to give it a couple drizzles of wax here just to kind of seal it in. And we'll let that cool. And we'll move on to the next one. I think I'll just do all of the wax ones first, or all of the plastic ones first. Oops. And I really don't know if it makes a difference whether it's plastic or not. Once again, this is just what I'm doing. So once again, there are other videos out there. Most of this, how I've figured out how to do this, is lots of YouTube videos. So by all means, check it all out. And once again, do what works for you. This is actually working really well. And of course, because it's on wax paper, as soon as the beeswax dries on the paper, I just put it right back in the pot. That's just getting a little warm, so turn my crock pot. Oh, I did turn it off already. So you don't want to get your wax too hot. I'm actually thoroughly impressed with how this is working. All right, now we just have our wax ones left to do. That sealed it in there really nice. Do the same thing. And right into the nuc. All right, I'll just make sure they're all put together. This one is ready. I'm just going to take that queen excluder out and close this up for now. And if you're ever wondering, on these, there's a notch on the inside where you can keep this queen excluder and it won't go missing, so it always stays with your nuc. A red one, I think we just need to put this vent back in the bottom. Fresh paint. There we go. Put it in the storage. Door's got to go on this one. That's what I meant when I said there's a gap on the back. So when you slide your door in here, it will store your little exclusion. So you go up and down and it doesn't come out. All right, there we have it. Our crock pot is off. I usually just leave the wax right in there, so add to it. Like I said, a little bit of wax that I have on here will just chip right off. We'll just let it dry, cool a little bit more, still a little bit warm. But that's it. Mini nucs are all set up, ready for about a cup of bees in each one and one queen cell. Thanks a lot. If you like these videos, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and, of course, ring that bell. So until the next time, take care and get ready for those bees.